Yo no parí ningún bebé.
Doctora, por favor.
Llegué al hospital a que me ayudaran y terminé presa.
It's a movie that brings a lot of information about Latin America, Argentina, of course, in specific. But it's a movie, you know. It's a good movie that portrays a moment of the history in Argentina, but that can be anywhere. So I think it's a very universal movie that you should for sure to watch.
Habiéndome enterado que había perdido un embarazo. Ni el duelo me dejaron hacer.
This case was from 2014. The girl she was imprisoned in that year because of a miscarriage, and she went out in 2016. And I am, as an activist, I was part of the communication of the case, you know, so since that moment, in 2016, that she was released, I never imagined that I would direct in a moment. I was an actress, and then the time passed, and I direct my first movie, and Leticia Christie with KS and Prime Video, they offered me this case to bring it to the cinema, and for me was like my cup of tea. A una persona inocente sin pruebas.
No, ella está presa por homicidio.
In a way, it's of course it's a portrait of the activism in Argentina, the actresses together working together for the abortion law. It's the exposure that we got during all this militancy, activism for the law, and this real case that is useful to show the problematics that we have in Latin America about reproductive rights, and how obstetric emergencies are criminalized till today, and not only in Latin America, like in everywhere can happen, you know. So when we show the movie in Brazil or the countries that doesn't have the law at all, nothing, it become inspiring. And hopeful, and you know, and the people is very thankful. It's like a memory of what happened, but also a reminder that we can be together again against what we need to change. I think that there are some issues that make me feel passion about this maternity, being a woman in this world, you know, trying to visibilize, to show how we deal with this inequality. So I think that they have things in common, you know, like maternity, something that, some moments that you can laugh also, and you cry. Like in Blondie, you cry in a moment, and in Belén also. But how to make movies that are about humans, you know, like talking about humanity. So I think Blondie, more comedy than this, of course. This is a real case about a tragedy, but we gave the tone, we tried to give the tone of a thing that happened when you're living. And when you're living, anything can happen, you know. So I feel they have things in common, the two movies.
Lo está viendo todo el mundo.
Libertad para Belén, ya.
¡Libertad para Belén, ya!
Having the representation to the Oscar and Goya, Goya, we say Goya, but it makes like more interested in the movie, so more people want to see it, and I feel like this movie, it's like a miracle in the Argentinian industry nowadays, you know. Of course, the platforms are the one that finance this movie, because if not, wouldn't exist. So it's a miracle in a way, yes.
Nos vemos en las calles.
Te voy a dejar sola.
Escuchen, porque esos gritos no van a parar.